welcome back to episode 14 of our Coordinator Climb series here on Football Coach College Dynasty. And to the surprise of everyone, myself included, we still find ourselves as the head coach, or excuse me, the offensive coordinator at Baylor. This is our fourth year at the job. I had expected to leave after both year 2 and 3 for a head coaching gig. And as we saw, the offers were grim. New Mexico, New Mexico State, and Charlotte, the only three teams to offer us a job. And obviously, we're not doing that. I'm beginning to think the fact that I just rolled a random wheel and picked Albuquerque, New Mexico as my hometown has officially come back to bite me, but we're not going to deal in that potential reality right now. Last season, I think we had a phenomenal year, finished 10-2 in the regular season, did not make the playoff because the committee is biased. But nonetheless, I think had a really good year. Beat number 6 Bama, number 24 Kansas State, number 16 UCF, and number 17 West Virginia. Our only losses were to number 20 UC, where unfortunately our defensive coordinator lost us that game, and then lost to number 5 TCU, who finished the year at 12-2 and set the world on fire. But we did not make the Big 12 championship game, nor did we make the playoff, and so we faced Arizona State in the Alamo Bowl and won 31-14 in a pretty dramatic, exciting game. We scored 11 unanswered points in the fourth quarter to take the game from them. So overall, pretty good season. Disappointed, I think, to not make the playoff or the Big 12 championship game, but this is just our reality. TCU has been one of the best programs in college football in this save. So what can you do? They're already up to 8th prestige now. So that's going to be fun, sharing a division with them. But no good head coaching offers for us. So we have stayed at Baylor for what will be a fourth season. I simmed through the transfer portal because as a coordinator, there is absolutely nothing I can do in the transfer portal. And so for our signing day commits, let us reveal everyone. Looks like we got a 4-star O lineman who cannot pass block to save his life and has bad potential. It's fine. The AI decided that our true sophomore tight end was not good number 1 tight end. So they've acquired Noah Block for me, who is a phenomenal catching route running tight end, good strength. Blocking is kind of but with that catching, I think we'll be okay. Other than that, a kicker, Wade Jeffers, who is a recruit. I think he's just going to redshirt a year. But, you never know. Off-season game period could go our way with him. And then finally, some defensive recruits that we don't care about, including, though, a 2-star recruit. So that's going to hurt our class ranking a little bit. We do get another O-lineman who has bad potential and can't pass block. And absolutely no one on the second page besides JUCO O-lineman Dalton Curtis signed. So for those keeping track at home, for our recruiting class, 4 4-stars, 14 3-stars, and 1 2-star for an average of 3.16. In terms of transfers, outside of Noah Block, we had no one. So please get me out of the auto recruit land. I beg of you. As a recruiting class, we come at an even 30 with 18 recruits and 1 transfer player. For reference, in the Big 12, TCU had an average rating of 92, 87, 86 for Iowa State, and then 85 for us. So we are competing with much better recruiting classes these next couple seasons, which has been the theme the entire time. Hey, our prestige is back up to 6 after it fell to 5. Very good. Very good. And it looks like money has been reinvested so that none of the aspects of the school decrease. That's fine. Here's the earnings breakdown. Unfortunately, we only got two of the donor goals. Both of them were defensive ones. Losing to TCU knocked us out of two of the diamonds. And then we did not have a corner earn all conference. We made $1 million for the SMU scheduling. That is that. Let's go to our boosters. Dropped frames in this economy. There we go. All right, it's looking okay now. We do have an additional gold booster. Nicholas McCormick has decided to rejoin us. Welcome back. Thank you. So far, the only boosters we've gained are the ones that we lost when the season didn't go well. Oh boy. All right, no realignment this time. So the divisions are the divisions. I mean, we're obviously in a more competitive division than the North is, but that is what it is. I feel like moving teams around at this point seems a tad silly. Scheduling, oh my God. Why do we keep scheduling New Mexico? I don't understand why the AI does this. We're losing $3.7 million for that. Like, why? I don't understand. I really don't. So that means on the season for our scheduling, we're going to lose 3.7 million, which is grim. We're away at SMU week 1, away at Tennessee week 4. That'll be a fun game, and then home against New Mexico in week 11 again, which hurts my soul. Good news is we have a lot of late home games this season, so that'll help for recruiting. I would have like I always prefer TCU to be at home, but that is what it is. Not too bad of a schedule. We face Oklahoma State and Iowa State this year. Same with BYU and UC. I want revenge against UC for last season, so that'll be a fun game. All right, let us advance to 2031. And with that, this college football series has now caught up to my Colorado Rockies rebuild, which is kind of funny, in like a quarter of the streams. Oh boy. You never realize how much of a grind a baseball season is until you playing a college football series parallel to it and you're like, wow, this really is just going faster, isn't it? All right, positional changes. I didn't have any written down, though the one I do want to look at. Noah Block is an 84 overall wide receiver. That would put him with Matthias and Hannah, who I both want to play, and Escobar's promised targets anyway. All right, so we can't do that. Man, that means what do I do with tight end then? Do I redshirt Liam Hilton and just hope he doesn't threaten to leave? I mean, assuming it's my last year at Baylor, do I care? But like, it's a complete waste of a year for him just to be a backup to Noah Block. Why would the AI do this to me? Why would they do this? I think I might just redshirt him. Like, if we're being completely honest here, the JUCO running back Talon Patterson is definitely staying a running back. He's not becoming a wide receiver. I think that's just where we're at. Like, no other real moves to be done. I have a plethora of low 70 overall O linemen, just slightly terrifying. I also now have three kickers, as one does. But no, I think Rory is still going to be our kicker. So Wade Jeffers can redshirt. We'll just go from there. And then our QB, I mean, look, we have a JUCO guy in John Marsh, but if Alex Hill gets a big boost to like his accuracy and his IQ, he could get the starting job. We'll see. I mean, he's thrown like what? Yeah, 17 career passes, 12 completions for 106 yards. Like, he hadn't done much. All right, let's advance to offseason gains. I think we're hoping for big gains in the O line room. Running back, once again, for the second straight year, I would like one of these three guys to separate themselves from the rest of the pack. That would be nice. Let us advance and hope for the best, but inevitably prepare for the worst, as one does. Advancing week, please wait. I don't think I could possibly wait any longer, game. And yet here we are. Yep, I think quarterback gains, O line gains. We don't really need much on offense, which is good. But not having a great QB would be rough. Oh, baby. 90 for River Reed. That'll be fun. All right, let's look at QB. Drum roll, please. Well, okay. So John Marsh got a 6-point IQ boost, 1 to arm strength and accuracy. Means 79 arm strength for an air raid offense is pretty low. Alex Hill, oh boy, yeah, his accuracy barely moved. IQ went up by 2. I think it's John Marsh is going to be our starter. I think Alex Hill, the accuracy is 7 lower, the IQ is 13 lower. Even though he has a cannon, it might not be the move. Stanley Joseph, after redshirting, his potential went from a C minus to a C plus. That could be something for the future. All right, running back, please. Okay, there we go. We have our separation. Gunnar Trotter up by 5, ball care vision up by 11. Very good. He's our number one running back. Signed, sealed, delivered. Samuel Waite barely had ball skill improvement. This guy is killing me, man. I mean, at least his speed and evasion went up. The catching I don't care about. We never throw to running backs anyway. Weaver plus 10 ball security. I mean, all right, I'll have to see how they look in the depth chart for those two. Chris Sexton went up by 3, and his potential went better. I like Sexton a lot. The issue is he just can't do one thing great. Like his ball care vision is solid. Yay. His ball security isn't great. He's not very evasive. He's not very strong. Patterson, the JUCO, well, his potential decreased 2 levels, which is slightly terrifying. Ball skills had minimal improvement. I mean, he's obviously redshirting, but the drop potential is grim. Aiden Taylor, B potential to an A minus. Okay. Okay, Mr. Taylor. Not that many gains this year, but that potential is nice. Chase McClain, the recruit, he got a little better. Potential increased. All right. All right. I mean, assuming we're still at Baylor after this year, we're losing all top 3 running backs, so we're going to need some help from these younger guys next year. All right, wide receiver, here we go. I mean, I'll take a lot of +4s. Reed got a little quicker, much better catcher, which is good because his catching was really low compared to everyone else. Matthias, a little bit better catcher, much better route running, 100 speed for the senior. I don't know how all of this increase equals a +1 to overall, but so be it. Catching is a 94, speed's a 99. Hayden Hanna. Yep. It seems like everyone just worked on their route running in the offseason. +11 strength is good for him. Tahir, no ball skill gains whatsoever or speed, but he got more evasive and better strength. So I think he's going to be wide receiver 6. Oh my God, Escobar. You can't threaten to transfer, have me promise more targets, and then get no catching boost whatsoever. I mean, there's a pretty good drop off after our top 4 wide receivers. Leonardo Polk, who redshirted last year, looks pretty good in the gains department. Raphael Chandler, the recruit, got worse. We're just going to let that sit. And then Thomas Flores, the converted running back. Yeah, so I think these are definitely our top 4. Order TBD, and then Escobar and Tahir can fight for 5. Tight end. Oh my God. Why? Why did they bring in this Noah Block kid when I have Liam Hilton, who is awesome? Oh boy. Avery Escobar also went up by 5. Like, come on. I probably should have moved Escobar to O line, hindsight being 2020, but so be it. So I think honestly, Liam Hilton is going to redshirt his junior year. Like, there's no reason for me to play him. His backup tight end gets like 10 to 15% of snaps in my offense. So, no Block. It's going to be our starter for a year. Hilton's redshirting. Okay. Here we go. O-line. Oh my days. Okay, we're good. +9 for Dalton Curtis, the JUCO guy. Got 8 better strength, 10 better in each blocking. Very good pickup from the AI. And 9 for Jake Rouse, who didn't play that much last season, but nonetheless, 13 to pass block, 9 run block, 1 strength. Very good. A 7 for Dawson Shaw, 12 better strength, decent better blocking. Liam Drayton goes up by 6. Oh, yeah. I like that his pass block went up by 10 and it's still only a 75. It's kind of depressing, but so be it. Corey McDonald, who we redshirted, goes up by 6. He's a much better blocker now. All right. Some +5s for the young guys down there. I say young guys when Braden Rodas is a senior. It's fine. 0 for Christian Snyder is a bit annoying because he was one of our better O linemen last year and just gets no pass blocking change, which is rather frustrating. But so be it. Pretty good gains. I think it's going to be an interesting question of how many O linemen I run this year because I only had 7 last year because our O line room sucked. I might increase it. We'll see. All right, kicker. Rory Lane goes up by 4. His accuracy barely moved. I am going to cry. But he got much better in the power department. Wade Jeffers, the recruit. If that isn't the most depressing gains for a kicker you've ever seen, I don't know what is. He's obviously redshirting. Moises Anderson barely got better. Like, horrendous. D-line. Looks like decent gains, nothing too crazy. Linebackers a bit better. Some young guys. Good. Corner. Marginal, but pretty good group already. And then I did the thing where they kept 4 really good safeties instead of moving 1 to corner. As you do. All right. Let us go to the game plan. So we have a new defensive coordinator, Max Chandra, who was previously at UConn for 5 years. did pretty good, and then interestingly got fired, which, you know, kind of an odd thing for UConn to fire their coaching staff after five straight bowl appearances. Granted, they lost every single one. They went 8-5, 9-4. Goes to Kent State. They go 5-7, which for Kent State ain't bad. Jump ship to Tulane for a year. Has the worst offense he's ever had in terms of, or defense he's ever had in terms of points allowed. And then jump ship to Baylor. Well, he runs the nickel, so more DBs are going to play than usual, which in the Big 12 might be terrifying. And then he calls an aggressive zone, which it looks like is the scheme the AI is going to use. So they went with the DC over the head coach in that trade off. All right. Let us advance to the preseason. We're going to get our depth chart sorted and then essentially hit the advance button to get through the preseason, which for a coordinator, I can do essentially nothing in. That is one thing I'm going to miss when I become a head coach in this series. Not being able to just blitz through certain periods. But so be it. All right, let's look at our depth chart. So QB, I think, is going to be John Marsh. I'm going to accept the fact that his arm strength just isn't going to be good. Means Alex Hill is going to be the backup, and Stanley Joseph is going to be our break glass in case of emergency. Running back. So Patterson and McLean are going to redshirt. And I think it really becomes a question of how much do I care about better speed and evasion. It's like Garrett Weaver is never really going to fumble, but he's not that quick. He's not that evasive. He's got good strength, though. I think Trotter is still our short yardage back. That's not going to change. But do I want Sammy to keep the backup running back job? I mean, he did really good with it last year. I'd like to give him the benefit of the doubt. It's just harsh on Garrett Weaver from being our number one back in 2029 to now being our third running back for his junior and senior year. But, like, I think he's the worst running back of the three, which is rough. So Sexton, Aiden Taylor are going to be the depth options there. Wide receiver. Okay, this is going to get fun. So I think River Reed is number one. That's settled. Matthias, he can't be two. I mean, his speed is great, but his catching is only an 82. Drop him to 4 at the moment. Hannah over Elliott Paul is fine. I'm losing a decent amount of evasion, but he's quicker. He has better catching. So he's 2. Elliott Paul is 3 over Matthias. Yeah, man, our catching falls off a cliff after the top 3 guys. But so be it. All right, so Matthias is 4. Just a little harsh on the transfer, but I think he's just the worst of 4. So be it. And then Tahir versus Escobar. I think it's Escobar. Like, sure, his route running is worse. His catching is 1 worse. He's also not as quick, but he's more evasive. Strength is also worse. Like, I think I'm going to keep him at 6 because all he needs is 25 targets. I think our 6th running back, or excuse me, 6 running back, 6 wide receivers should get 25. I think that should be okay. If it's becoming an issue, then I'll just swap him into here and we'll be okay. But I think this is the list. We're a little shaky in depth. I think Polk is fine. but Thomas Flores is just not very good. He's kind of stuck between two worlds in the running back and wide receiver. And then at tight end, I'm redshirting Liam Hilton. Like, if he threatens to transfer, so be it. I'll just give him any promise he wants to stay. But there's no reason to have him play as a backup. So because the AI decided to transfer in Noah Block, he's gonna be our starting tight end. Like, this is a guy that redshirted at Texas, went to Rice for a year, caught 11 catches, went back to Texas, caught 9 catches. Or look at this. This man has made over $1.5 million and caught 26 passes. Or no, excuse me, 20 catches. Insanity. All right, O-line. So we don't have really that many recruits to redshirt. Get that done with. Okay. I'm not going to redshirt Curtis, the JUCO. I think he's going to play because we're going to need his path blocking. I think Liam Drayton is number one, even with the 75 pass block. His run block is the best by a wide margin. Strength is pretty good. Christian Snyder is 2, definitely. Dawson Shaw is 3, makes sense. Shaw, I mean, he's going to get a lot of playing time. He did allow 4 sacks last year, but we'll see what he can do. Dalton Curtis at 4. I like Jesus Cohen or Kyle Wiley. I think it's Kyle Wiley is going to be our 5th guy. He was a transfer from UTEP. He was a tight end at UTEP. I moved him to offensive line. He didn't do great with it last year, but I don't need 2 tight ends in the air raid. And yet the AI transfers in one of the best tight ends in the country, meaning my star, Liam Hilton, is going to have to redshirt his junior year. Thanks, AI. Okay, Wiley is 5. So now 6 through 8 is the question. I think Cohen is 6. Roos is a clear 7. And yeah, I think Corey McDonald, the redshirt freshman, is going to be our 8th O lineman. I think I want to play 8 because I would want McDonald to get some playing time to help his development. Because next year, again, assuming we're still at Baylor, losing Drayton, losing Snyder, losing Wiley, losing Cohen, losing Rodas for depth. Gail Meyer is probably going to threaten to transfer again. So at some point, I need to give the freshmen some playing time. And then behind them, Rodas at 9 is fine. Meyer at 10 is fine. Daniel Renteria, who redshirted last year, is up to 86 strength. That's not nothing. Dylan Goodwin is just never going to play again. All right, and then kicker, Rory Lane is our starter. Jeffers can redshirt, and Moises Anderson is going to get cut after this year. So that is what it is. Return specialist. The AI wants Sammy to do it. I had 3 different returners past couple years. I kind of want to give it to Hannah. Ball carrier vision of a 62 is slightly terrifying. I might give it actually to Elliot Paul if I think that trade-off is worth it, which I don't think I do. I think it will be Sammy. He's never returned kicks for us, but you never know. He could do the job. All right. So that is our depth chart sorted. I think, unfortunately. Oh, wait. Tight end, only two. I hate that it resets it every year. I think wide receiver, obviously, we're doing great. Running back, we're better than last year with the same group, which is good. Tight end, I mean, Block is the best tight end we've ever had. I would just preferred Hilton to be in that spot. O line, we're pretty good, but run blocking now, ironically, is our big weakness, whereas the past 3 years at Baylor, we haven't had good pass blockers. Pass block, I mean, I think we're pretty good. Ironically, Drayton, who's our best O lineman, is the second worst out of my top eight. Other than that, looking pretty good. Looks like defense is solid, though there's a big drop off at linebacker after the first few guys. So that is what it is. All right. As I've always done as offensive coordinator, we are just going to sim through the practices and the trainings in advance a couple weeks. I do like that there aren't any injuries in the preseason. I think that while obviously it's not realistic, you can't really like train anything to prevent injuries. You can have the badges obviously, but those are usually for games and such. And I don't hate, not having to live in fear that one of my guys is going to get taken out. Also, our offense has been terrible in practice so far. All right, let's look at recruiting really quick. Any recruits want to schedule a visit? Nope. Keep advancing then. All right. Any recruits want to schedule? Looks like a corner wants to schedule. O line week 11. That's New Mexico. I'm canceling that visit and scheduling a new one. We're going to build up the UC game. Like, I'm not going to touch the defensive players that are already scheduling. I don't even know if I can. Yeah, I can't. But like why would you schedule them at New Mexico? We're going to beat them by 4. Sometimes I dislike the AI. When it comes to recruiting, I dislike it the entire time. All right. Well, we were able to schedule one visit. So let's advance to the preseason. If I see the coach wanting 410 yards of offense, my God, he wants 440. How many did we average last year? I guess it's in conference play, so it's not going to be 1-to-1. Yeah, we averaged 398 last season, 55th in the country. This year he wants 440. Just say you want to fire me. Just say you're looking for an excuse, Ruben. And then AD is win at least 7. Oh, that's easy. Okay. No issue there. Donor goals, which I can't touch. We have the classic beat TCU. Get 5 interceptions, 11 interceptions. How many did we even have last year? Linebacking group had 0. That's good. Safeties had 3, 4, 4. We had 4 as a team last year, and the AI made it so the donor goal is 11. Why are you trying to light our money on fire, man? Well, we have 0 offensive donor goals, so it's all on the defense. I would again like to remind the pass defense donors that we are in the Big 12. And need I say more? Have a safety earn all conference. Good luck. Hold at least 3 opponents to 175 passing yards or fewer. That one's doable. I think with this schedule, it might be tough, but it should be doable. All right. Let us then save in advance to week 1. Hello, SMU. Before I do anything, let me really quick. This guy's scheduling in week 9. I'm going to cancel that and add him to the UC group. Week 5. TCU's away, isn't it? Yeah. I'll schedule UCF. I know I haven't changed these a lot in the past, but also part of it is I'm just saving the AI from itself, which I feel is my calling in life, personally. Like this guy, there's no reason to schedule him third. None. Or week 3, I should say. Schedule him later, get as big a boost as you can. Then Thatcher week 12 against Texas Tech is fine. Okay. That's recruiting sorted. All right. Well, look at our team really quick. So we're ranked 11th in the country to open the season. TCU, for reference, is ranked 6th. Very good for them. Also in the Big 12, UCF is 26th, so they're just outside the rankings. We got a decent amount of teams knocking on the door of the top 25. We have the 27th ranked offense in terms of talent, 11 best defense. Obviously, what's bringing us down is our quarterback situation with JUCO QB John Marsh at the helm. It's not that he has a short leash, but I am worried that the 79 arm strength just won't be able to see the day through. One thing I do want to check really quick is Adonis Bean still the starter at Hawaii? He has an 88 overall, so I assume he is. He is indeed. Good for him. Good for him being a 2-year starter at Hawaii. It's very nice. All right. Well, looking at our team, I think if we look up and we're in the playoff, it will be because our QB did just well enough to not turn the ball over, cost us games. We have a really good defense. We have a great wide receiver room, really good O-line room, one of the best tight ends in the Big 12. I am also redshirting one of the other best tight ends in the Big 12. But hey, blame the AI. Don't blame me for that one. Because I don't know why you would transfer in this dude. I just love that he went to Texas, got what, $420,000, went to Rice, got 290,000, went to Texas, got 88,000, and then signed 1.7 NIL with us. Silliness. All for 20 catches, 155 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Hey, it's a good gig if you can get it. Good gig if you can get it. All right. So let us now jump into the season. I think definitely our offensive focus this year has to be on the quick pass game, because we're going from a QB that had a lot of power to a QB that does not have an arm. We'll see how that plays. And we open against SMU, who last year went 8-5, won their bowl game against, Oklahoma State. They did, however, lose to us. So we'll see what we got here. We are away, but still favored 1.5 points. SMU scheduled 0 recruits, which is a mistake. Let us play the game. See how we do. We won the toss and elected to defer. Now, I know that says that the SMU kick returner returned the kick 85 yards to the 10-yard line. I acknowledge that's what it says. I'm just going to cry about it. And they scored a touchdown 2 plays later. All right, down 7-0 early. Not great. I think I'm a little hesitant to do the slot outs call, and River Reed fumbles. Okay. Well, if you wanted, they went for it on 4th and 7 from the 33. The AI did essentially an all-out blitz, and they got it. Y'all. All right. Well, we're down 10-0. We have had 2 plays of offense thus far. Oh boy, this could be a very bad omen for how things are going to look. I'm just going to run it on 3rd and 1. If we don't get it, I'm running it again. We got it. We're okay. 4th and 8. I'm going to punt. There we go. Defense gets us the ball back. Thank you, fellas. 3rd and 2. I'm going to pass it. If we don't get it, I'm going to run it. All right, we got it. Thank you, Amari Escobar. Thank you, Cameron Tahir. 3 straight incompletions. Come on, buddy. There we go. Rory makes the kick. We're on the board. Defense gets another stop. Okay. We're looking okay. As Elliott Paul gets us the conversion. Thank you. The run game is not doing too hot. Stop me if you've heard that before. And we punt at midfield again. Uh-oh. SMU is driving, but they're stopped. All right, our defense is locked in. And Gunnar Trotter, 51-yard pass out of the backfield all the way to the 32. Very good. John Marsh can scramble. Seen. Sacked on 3rd down. We have to settle for another field goal. Oh, boy. And SMU gets a field goal. So it's back to being a 7-point game. All right, we convert the 3rd down. I'd like to get into field goal range just to get something for pride. But it is not so. We will instead get nothing but incompletions. I mean, that was about as bad a first half as we've had. The opening kickoff return, the fact that we fumbled immediately doesn't help. But at least we start with the ball. So let's see if we can get something going here. Jet sweep. It didn't. It didn't work, people. We tried. It didn't work. There we go. Gunnar Trotter gets me to 3rd and 2. Gunnar Trotter converts. Thank you, sir. 3rd and 5. I'm going to pass. There we go. Matthias gets me 9. Marsh is sacked. And incomplete. We punt again. And Alberto Thomas with the pick 6. Tie ball game. Thank you, defense. Oh, boy. And then they give up a 40-yard pass, a 22-yard pass, and a 9-yard touchdown. Defense, I just thanked you 10 seconds ago. You can't be doing that. There we go. Sammy gets us a 1st down. Our defense, that drive aside, has been doing really well because they've just had terrible field position to work with. Our offense is the one that needs to get better. And incomplete, we punt. Marsh is 21 of 35. So that's what, like 60% completion? Which isn't great. The AI loves their blitzing. All right, they force a punt. Very good. All right, let's see if we can get anything going here. Nope. Punt. Defense gets another stop. All right, this is the last drive with 2 clock on, unless we score. Gunnar Trotter goes backwards. Elliott Paul gets me to 3rd and 1. We're just running it up the middle. Full send. We don't get it. QB sneak. Oh, Marsh gets me too. Very good. I wasn't worried at all. It's alive. Cameron to here, 1 yard pass. There we go. Now we're cooking. There we go. Tahir gets me to the 24. Third and one. We're just going to run it again. All right. Shoe clock is now coming off just in case we don't get in the end zone here. There we go. Shoe clock's going back on. Second goal to 2. Full send. And Gunnar Trotter runs it in. Extra point is good. Tie ball game. Defense gets an immediate stop. Okay. Good punt return from Sammy. A minute 54, all 3 timeouts to get into field goal range. Let us begin. I don't love that Marsh had to scramble on the first play, but so be it. Oh, incomplete. I mean, if we go for it here and don't get it, it's essentially game over. If we punt, though, we probably go to overtime. But they still, I'm going to go for it. We're going to do slants. I'm going to go for it. And we get it. Amari Escobar, 3-yard gain. Hoo-wee. Thank you, Amari. Very good. 11-yard pass. River. Incomplete. Not great. Let's see if we can surprise him with a draw. And we do. Sammy runs it in for a 41-yard touchdown. Extra point is good. And the AI did engage 8 on an obvious pass down. I hate it here. All right. SMU is 50 seconds. Only 1 timeout left. And they get a 44-yard path all the way to the 5. Third and goal to 6. Fourth and goal to 6. Incomplete. That is your ball game. They're still calling timeouts on us because they're rude, but we win 27-20. That wasn't nerve-wracking in the slightest. Not at all, to be clear. My God. That was crazy. We scored 14 unanswered in the fourth quarter to take it. Not a great debut for John Marsh, it must be said. 29 of 49, that's essentially 60% again. Only averaged 5 yards per attempt, wasn't great. Sammy did really well with 8 carries. He had that 40-yard rush, obviously, but even then he was doing well. Gunnar Trotter just kept getting stopped. Marsh used his legs a bit. I mean, if you take away the sacks, he had 4 carries for 20 yards. Weaver only had 2 rushes. Matthias was targeted 11 times, which is kind of funny. Escobar, by the way, was targeted 8 times as the 6th wide receiver. So I think his goal, his promise of getting 25 targets is going to be cleared pretty easily. Block on his debut, 1 catch, 8 yards. I'm so glad the AI paid him like $1.8 million to come here and be my tight end. Oh boy. All right. We take game 1. And SMU was probably our most difficult out of conference opponent. So good to get that win. Maybe we'll get lucky and TCU will have lost. That'd be nice. We dropped 4 spots in the rankings. How dare you? And Hayden Hanna is hurt. Neat. TCU lose? No, they won. Who'd they beat? Oh, Colorado State, please. All right, so Hanna is hurt for 4 weeks. He's still quick. He's still got really good catching. I think I'm just going to swap him and Elliott. Leave the rest as is. Get 25 targets. Has 8. Yeah, I think you're good, Amari. Okay. That'll do. We got the week 1 win. That is something we've only ever had at Baylor one other time. Because we faced Alabama week 1 3 straight years in a row. Man alive. Oh, UCF is ranked now. That means somebody lost. Auburn lost, they dropped 10. There it is. Florida lost, they dropped 8. UCLA lost, they dropped 10. All right. Big 12. We're getting more teams ranked. Cincinnati is at 35. Kansas State lost. You useless cretins. Who'd you play? UNLV, my God. You're not helping the brand, Kansas State. Okay. You're just not helping the brand whatsoever. All right. I think the plan today is we're going to play through the BYU game and start next episode with the TCU showdown. That's my plan, at least. We'll see how it goes. All right, we're on the road week 2 against Oklahoma State. We're favored by 4.5. They lost to San Diego State week 1. They went 9-5 with a bowl loss last year, so they're no slouch. They did also beat us 2 seasons ago when we played 21-13. So good to get a little revenge here. They won the toss and elected to receive. And the AI did a dime blitz on 3rd down. And they did an under smoke blitz on 1st down. I have a feeling I'm going to want to hate my defensive coordinator and his insane aggression. But what can you do, really? You know, what can one do? I was going to cry there if it was going to be a 3 now. But we convert. And River Reed 50 yards to the slant all the way to the house. Touchdown for us. We have the lead. And defense gets a stop on 3rd down. Well done, lads. And Marsh fumbled. And they recovered. Defense forces a punt. Thank you, lads. We're not being a good team at holding on to the football, are we? 2nd and 7, curl flats. Incomplete. You hate to see it. Hey, they fell for the play action. On 3rd and 7, I don't know why you would, but so be it. Oh, Marsh was sacked. Tahir gets me 3rd and 2. 1 yard gunner. I mean, I'm going to do a QB sneak, come what may. All right, we got it. Very good. And River Reed runs it in for a touchdown. 14-3. I think with how our defense is playing, I think we'll be in pretty good shape. I'm going to go a bit more run heavy the rest of the game to see if we can do it, first of all. Because our running backs have all improved. But Gunnar Trotter just kills me. So that is an issue. Smash digs on 3rd down. Incomplete. All right, Oklahoma State is driving. And once again, the AI picked a terrible time to blitz. Oklahoma State, 3rd and goal to 4. They don't get it. I mean, I'm going to try to get in field goal range. I got nothing to lose, really. Besides, the inevitable pick 6. Hey, fake screen wheel, Elliot Paul, all the way to the 9. I'm going to run it once. 2nd goal to 1. Perfect. We're going to go chew clock. Run it in for the touchdown. Extra point is good. Oklahoma State just runs it. You cowards. You're down by 15. What's the point of running it out there? He's caught a couple plays, have some fun. I'm just going to do a play action bubble. It didn't work. But River Reed gets me the conversion. Very good. Has Escobar been targeted? Nope. Good thing he got 8 targets in the first game then. 3rd and 4, I'm going to run it. And if we don't get it, I'm going to run it again. I'm a man of my word. Gunnar Trotter gets us the first. Very nice. And 3 straight incompletions brings that drive to a halt, but we get 3 points for our trouble. Defense gets another stop. Very good. Good punt return from Sammy, 24 yards. Looking very nice. And when I said I was going to run the ball a lot, it's hard when you're getting trounced down in the middle. All right, Trotter runs it in. Extra point is good. And that means the backups are now in on defense, and they give up a 3rd and 17. Oh, boy. All right. Well, OK State scored, so the starters are back. I'm not going to do a bubble screen. I'm just going to do slants. As you do. As one does. Gunner Charter loves his 2-yard rushes, doesn't he? Yeah, now we're essentially just going to run the clock out. 3rd and 9. Send it, Alex. Deflected. All right, backups are back to being in. There we go. And Oklahoma State is still calling timeouts despite being down 21. We get the conversion, obviously, because we're awesome. And Cameron Tahir gets me all the way to the 1. Chris Sexton runs it in. That's what you get for calling timeouts, lads. Had you just let me run the clock out, we wouldn't have had a problem. But I had to score, for pride. And so we win 41-13, complete domination. They averaged 0.5 yards a rush. My God. Better day from Marsh, 22 of 28, 273 yards and a touchdown. Very good from him. Garrett Weaver looked pretty good. Gunner Trotter, again, continues to just struggle mightily. But that is what it is. Pretty okay day for our wide receivers. Escobar had 2 targets. No Block had 1. This guy's killing me. Oh, boy. It's going to be really unfortunate if Hilton threatens to transfer because he's not playing. Unfortunately, I can't point to the AI and be like, here's who to blame. Wish I could, but I can't. Ooh, John Marsh has a leg injury. Oh, no. Also, remember when I said SMU would be our toughest out-of-conference opponent? Tennessee is currently ranked. What do you mean on my starting QB? Oh, God. I mean, he misses 6 weeks. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's back. So he's going to miss 5 games, including TCU. I mean, he's now objectively worse than Alex Hill. Like his arm strength has crumbled, accuracy is worse, his ball carrier vision is bad. Like Alex Hill is gonna be our new starting QB, and I'm gonna move John Marsh to inactive so that he doesn't accumulate snap percentage, and he is just benched. That dang injury. Like I can't put him out there. So Alex Hill, redshirt sophomore. The people wanted the cannon. They're going to get the cannon. That's rough on John. I mean, he's still going to lose his red shirt. Unless, listen, if Alex Hill balls out, then I just redshirt John and we're good. Because he's only played in 2 games, but he's still going to lose his red shirt when he comes back, obviously. All right, well, that sucks. No way around it. When you scheduled week 9, let me just check on visits really quick. Yeah, not too bad. The AI is looking at a lot of running backs. Yeesh. How many? 5? Including one that's not on list that has a signature. Fair enough. Anyone want to schedule with Yield offensive coordinator? Hey, Justin Cheney. O-line athlete. You can get the yeah, what the heck? You can come to the New Mexico game. All right. Well, good news is we're 2-0 and ranked 15th in the country. Bad news is we've had to turn to a backup quarterback as starting QB John Marsh has a knee injury. So here we are, as you do. Oh boy. All right, Iowa State, they are 2-0. They beat New Mexico and Houston to open. Last year they went 8-5 with a bowl loss. Let's see how we do. We're finally playing at home, our first home game of the season. Favored by 5, the AI has recruited 5 visitors, including 5-star wide receiver Preston Moss. Let's go. So far in the sim, Baylor has bested Iowa State every time, including twice when I was here, 2028 and 2029. All right. Iowa State won the toss. They elected to defer. Surprisingly, they want my backup QB on the field first. I cannot imagine why. But his first pass is a 10-yard incompletion to Elliott. There we go. There we go. He's getting Gunnar Trotter involved early. Scenes. There we go. 13-yard pass to River Reed. Let's see if we can run it in. Never mind. And River Reed touchdown over the middle. Extra point is good. Alex Hill has arrived, folks. And again, if Alex Hill does well enough over these next 5 games to where, he should be the starter going forward, then I can just redshirt our boy John Marsh. And he's loyal too, so he won't threaten to transfer if he redshirts. So we'll see what happens there. All right, let's run the sweep. It didn't work. I don't know what manner of madness possessed me. There we go. Hannah gets me the first down. Hannah again, 14 yards. 10 yards scramble from Alex. Very good. Incomplete on 3rd and 5. All right. We will kick a field goal to go up 10. And Iowa State is driving. They're at the 6, at the 3, and the defense holds. They only get a field goal. Not looking too bad so far offensively. I'm going to try to run the ball a bit more, though. And Gunnar Carter goes backwards, and we don't complete the 4th down. All right, they get a field goal out of it, but man, do I just bench Gunnar Trotter? Kind of want to. Send it. 2nd and 7. 3rd and 5. I'm going to try slants. Incomplete. All right. Uh-oh. Maybe engage 8 on 3rd and medium is not the move, AI. And they burn into cover 3 over the top. Iowa State has the lead. That went from us being up 10-0 in complete control to down and needing to drive here. We haven't needed to burn a timeout, which is good. 3rd and 4, middle slant. Send it to here. Gets me the first. Thank you, sir. We are not near field goal range yet, which is a shame. 3rd and 3. I don't really want to run it because we're only down to 1 timeout. 42-yarder. I'll let him take it. Yeah, he missed. All right. Fair enough. And Iowa State doesn't get anything off the Hail Mary. And there we go. Tristan Pitts picks up Puente. We have the ball back. Very good. 3rd and 3. I'm going to run it. And if we don't get it, I'm running it again. We got it. Cool. Amari Escobar. 1-yard rush. There we go. 12-yard pass. We're in business. Let's try hitches again. No dice. We'll kick the field goal to tie it up. Man, our defense is allowing a lot of chunk plays as Iowa State waltzes down the field for the touchdown. We are down by 7. Oh, and Hill is picked. Braden Neal gets him. And Fuentes strip sacked. My God, this game has turned chaotic. There we go. Couple first downs. We're in the red zone. Sammy goes backwards. 3rd and 3. I'm going to run it. And Sammy runs it in for the touchdown. 20-all. There we go. AI gets a 3 and out. That's huge because we also have great field position. Good punt return from Sammy. See if we can do anything with it. There we go. We convert. River Reed gets me 19. Noah Block gets me 13, folks. We're looking pretty good. Block gets me to the 1. Trotter runs it in. Touchdown. And the AI gets a stop. The running back dropped the pass. All right, we're just going to chew some clock. We're going to run the football. Garrett Weaver is just going to unleash. Because if we get another score here, this game's just over from how well our defense is playing. Wow. That went so. Weaver had a rush of 19, 16, 7. Gunnar Trotter gets 2 handoffs. They both go 0 yards. Man. All right. Field goal. And it's good. We're up by 10. Okay, unless they get a quick score, this game's over. Why in the world would you punt? It's 4th and 3, 2:52 left. You're down by 10. Why would you punt? I do not understand that decision. That seems very silly from an AI. The AI in this game is usually pretty aggressive when it comes to 4th down and late game situation. That kind of confuses me, but I'll take it. Kind of an anticlimactic ending to that game, but we win 30-20, which based on how, it started really well. We were up 10-0. They roar back to go up 3. We tie it. They go up by 7. And then we put together 3 really good offensive drives. 6 plays, 40 yards, touchdown. 7 plays, 58, touchdown. 7 plays, 54, field goal. And that's that. But the defense also, in the entire second half, got the pick. They allowed a long drive for a touchdown. Forced a fumble. 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. Defense did really good that second half. Alex Hill in his starting debut, 28 of 37. That's what, 75%, I think? 264 yards, touchdown, did have the pick. Trotter had an okay day, but my God, he had so many 0-yard runs. Weaver did well. Sammy did do great, but that is what it is. Noah Block was involved a lot more, which is good. He had 4 catches, 40 yards. Escobar had 4 targets. Good for him. Rory Lane missed his first kick of the season. Sure, that's not an ominous nature of things to come, but hey, we got the win with a backup QB. That's not nothing. We are now 3-0. And I am not looking forward to what comes next. So we have to face Houston. My boogeyman. Oh my God, Tahir is injured. Quit injuring my wide receivers. So Tahir, I'm just making inactive. His catching is down to a 69. His route running's at a 60. His speed's a 74. The new question becomes, do I drop to 5 wide receivers Or do I want Leonardo Polk to go out there? It's a 5-week injury. The bye week's in there, so I'm losing to here for 4 games. I don't think it's worth ripping the red shirt off of Chandler. He is better than Flores, though. You know what? Now let's see. Let's see what the redshirt freshman and Polk can do. All right, official visit results: 530 points for everyone, which is pretty good. We're now 1,200 ahead of Notre Dame for Preston Moss. Notre Dame scheduled in Week 10 against North Carolina. Okay. All right. But hey. Oh, and I'm sorry. Houston's Week 5. Tennessee is Week 4. That's right. Oh, boy. I'm not worried, he says, somewhat petrified. Good Lord. The bubble screens just aren't working. All right. Well, good news. We're 3-0. Bad news is we have 2 injured wide receivers and an injured quarterback. So there's that. All right, Tennessee, they're ranked 17th. They beat Michigan State, Mississippi State, and then Texas. Not bad. They now begin a murderer's row. Home against Baylor, at number 2 Georgia, at number 18 Auburn, at Arkansas, they'll win that one. But then at 20 Alabama, at number 9 LSU. Good God. That is an insane 6-game stretch. If they go like 4-2 or even 3-3 in this stretch, I'm really impressed. Oh boy. Well, they have one of the best defenses in football against the run. They're number 6 in sacks. That's terrifying. I'm scared. Oh boy. All right. Tennessee is favored 4.5 at home, which means on a neutral they'd be favored by 1 point, essentially 1.5. They have 10 recruits visiting, including a 4-star wide receiver. Okay, this is the first time we're playing Tennessee in the sim. Let's rock and roll. We won the toss and elected to receive. I don't know about that decision, AI, but so be it. Outside handoff gets me nothing. Fair enough. Slants gets me 3. Deep ball gets me 9. Okay. And then incomplete, 0-yard run, and a sack. Here we go. Defense gets a stop. Very good. And Hill is sacked again. Okay. There we go. 3rd and 4. We get the conversion. That's big. Let's try all the slants. Sacked again, man. He's already been sacked 3 times. This feels like it's going to be a long game. There we go. Clutch sack from the defense. They punt. 0-0 is your score at the end of the first quarter. There we go. We got him with the play action. Woo, Trotter gets me 2 when I need 2. Very good. And Leonardo Polk, the freshman, 25 yards over the top. Let's go. Back to back completions there. We'll kick the field goal, and Rory makes it. All right. Let the record show we have the lead. Defense gets another stop. I'm putting shoe clock on, even though there's 5 minutes left because we're at our own 7. And that terrifies me. There we go. Matthias gets me the first. Okay. I'm slightly less terrified now. Tennessee is calling timeouts. Okay. They're down to 1 timeout. 3rd and 15, and they convert it. Man. 20 seconds, all of my timeouts. Nah, we're not. We're going to run out of time, unfortunately. Let's see if we can just get him with like a 50-yard screen for a touchdown. Nope. All right. Well, 3-all at halftime. We have 127 yards of offense. Tennessee doesn't have that much better. We are, however, averaging zero point 0.1 yards a rush because 22 of our rushing or 19 of our rushing yards have been negated. So if anyone was wondering if Tennessee's run defense was legit, the answer is yes. 3 and out, though, to start. Very good. 3rd and 2, I'm passing it. There we go. River Reed gets me 5. Hayden Hanna gets me 11. We're moving. We're shaking, folks. Oh, we don't convert on 3rd and 2. I'm running it. We're doing QB sneak. Send it, Alex. Yes. He gets the conversion. Okay. So let's all take a moment. Let's breathe. Drink some water. Prepare ourselves mentally. All right. Incomplete. Very fair. There we go. Sammy gets me 15. Good man. Let's try draw. Nope. Polk gets me to the 4, and Trotter runs it in for the touchdown. We have scored the first touchdown of the game with 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. What a time to be alive. Defense gets the stop at midfield. Okay. Here we go. Sammy gets me 18 off the draw. They're being really susceptible to the draw so far. 3rd and 1, please. There we go. Trotter gets me 2. Oh, Elliott Paul gets us the conversion on 3rd and 10. That's huge. That is huge. Hayden Hanna gets me 9 when I need 6. Very good, sir. Gunnar Trotter gets me 12. We're looking really good, folks. Sammy goes backwards. We're looking less good. 3rd and 2, I'm going to run it. 4th and 1. I mean, here's the thing. The field goal isn't a surefire thing because Rory Lane has missed closer kicks than this. The QB sneak isn't a surefire thing because their run defense is so good. I'm going to try the QB sneak. And it works. We get 2 yards. Very good. Sammy gets me to the 8 now. And River Reed fumbles. And they return it 56 yards. Oh, that's a killer. The AI gets the stop, though. They punt. Good Lord. That's such a killer. That is also quietly River Reed's 2nd fumble this season. His ball security is only a 71. That's something I'll look at in the depth chart. 3rd and 11. See if we can burn him on the stick play. And we do! Amari Escobar, 25 yards to the 40. Okay. 1 more first down. We win this game. And Trotter gets me 12. Ball game. Thank you. In a sign of respect, I'm going to kneel. Holy Moses. Wow. I mean, that's probably the best defense we'll face this season if we don't make the playoff. Oh, 10-3. Good Lord. What sucks about that is really the only reason this game was close at the end. We had an 18-play, 88-yard, almost 10-minute drive, and River Reed fumbled. Like, that drive was moving. But again, our defense, spectacular. Tennessee only had 3 drives in the second half because we took that much time off the clock. They only had 3 drives. Very good. Yep. Alex Hill, 23 of 31, 218 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. He was also sacked 4 times. But they sacked him 3 times, I think, in the first quarter. So O-line did better after that. We did much better running the ball in the second half also. Escobar was our leading receiver. Good Lord. Block was not even targeted. Just saying. Then Lane made his field goal. Yep. I mean, yeah, that is without question the best defense we're going to face this season. Man, we won it 10-3. Yeesh. You know, Tennessee would have been rocking. Knoxville going crazy after that fumble return. And then immediately their offense goes 3 plays, loses 7 yards. Hey, we're ranked in the top 10 for the first time. Thank you. Tennessee drops all the way to 21. It's a little hard, but so be it. Oh, Bama's 2-2. Who've they lost to? Michigan and LSU. That's tough. South Carolina, by the way, ranked third in the country. They've beaten Penn State, Oklahoma, and Clemson. My God. And then they have Alabama, Florida, A&M, Georgia. Oh, the SEC is crazy. I do not miss it. I don't miss it in my previous save on the channel when I was at Bama for a few years at the end of that career. I do not miss that at all. Man alive. All right, we get Hannah back to full strength next week, which is good. Let me just check really quick. Stanley Joseph is complaining about playing time. Well, dude, I'm going to be honest. I don't know what to tell you. All right, so we're 4 games into the season. That is usually enough time to see people threatening to transfer. Hilton wants out. No. Okay. Liam, let me explain something fundamental right now. My backup tight end is getting 5% of snaps. That's what you would be getting right now. Like, there's no reason to have him go out there. So better to redshirt him and hope that the AI convinces him to stay, or I convince him to stay. Someone convinces him to stay. Well, you never know. All right. So we're 4-0. We now face Houston, who's kind of a boogeyman for us. They're 3-1 on the season. They have not played anyone, though. 101st strength of schedule. Terrible. But a win here would be huge because that gives Houston 2 in conference losses. And that's pretty much all you need to guarantee you will not make the Big 12 championship game. So we are at home. We're favored by 15 points. We got 4 recruits visiting, including an A- potential safety. Very nice. So year 1, Houston beat us by 3. We avenged that loss the next 2 years, but they've played us really close every time. So make no mistake, it's a good football team. They won the toss. They elected to defer. Fair enough. Not a great kickoff return from Sammy, which I have been noticing. He's not been doing great as a return man. And Gunnar Trotter, 62 yards to the 4. 2 more runs, he's in. That'll do. There's his rushing numbers for the season inflated, but you know what? I'll take it. Good punt return from Sammy. I mean, I'm just gonna keep running the ball. Oh, all right, maybe not. Maybe not. Elliott Paul gets me 9. Oh, they sacked Alex. 4th and 2. I mean, yeah, Rory is not making the kick. Not like punting doesn't mean any good. Yeah, we'll go for it. We're gonna pass it. Hitches. Send it. River Reed 16 yards over the middle. That'll do. That will do nicely. We'll run it. And Gunnar Trotter runs it in. 14-0. Run game's looking good. And a forced fumble. Well done. Our defense is doing a lot better job this year at getting turnovers. 3rd and 7. What if I just do a play action? Yeah, that went about as well as I expected. We punt. AI gets a sack. Very good. Our ball. And Gunnar Trotter, he's having fun with it. And then Alex is sacked. Quit sacking my poor quarterback. River Reed, 19 yards. Thank you, sir. 3rd and 2. I'm going to pass it. We get it. Thank you. I'm going to pass it. Sacked. Man. Incomplete. All right. They hold us to a field goal. I'm going to keep chew clock on unless we convert. All right, we did. We're going to switch up tempo. The AI finally got the memo of what I was trying to do. Good for them. The play action works. We're at 20 at the 6. Short passes, nerfed. Medium passes, nerfed. You know what time it is. Deep pass at the 6-yard line. And Leonardo Polk, the freshman, with the touchdown. We're up 24-0, folks. And they miss the 49-yard field goal. All right. And Houston punts. I mean, that good thing they missed the field goal, because if they get a touchdown on their opening drive, that's a 10-point swing. But it's not looking like Houston's going to be in this game. So I think we're going to run the ball a ton. Not my smartest decision there to pass it, but what can you do? We get the conversion either way. Very nice. Play action. Matthias with the touchdown. Very good. Defense forces a punt. We are at our own 2, but we get out of it. Very nice. All right, backups are now in on offense. Stanley Joseph in at QB, and I do want to get a decent look at Stanley just to see what he can do, as Chris Sexton takes it 42 yards and then fumbles at the goal line. Damn it all, game. Why can't you let the backup have nice things, huh? What did he ever do to you? Oh, and Joseph is picked. Oh, boy. They go for it on 4th and 10 and get sacked. That's rough. We punt. Neil. Please. All right. We win 31-0, blew out Houston. The game was never particularly close. Like, we were up 14-0 at the end. First quarter just kept going. Alex Hill did pretty well. 21, 26, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. Stanley Joseph had the pick, obviously, which is rough. But that is what it is. Chris Sexton just came in and had a massive run and then lost yards on every other run he took and fumbled the football. Supreme backup QB energy. Target check. Block was targeted twice. Escobar only once. Referee targeted 11 times. Hey, Polk, listen. The freshman. Long may he reign. one catch, 6 yards, but it was a touchdown. Just saying. 'Twas a touchdown. All right. Let us advance. We might drop in the rankings here. We'll see. A lot of the SEC teams play each other, so yep, we dropped by 2. And now Garrett Weaver's hurt. Quit injuring my players. All right, so Hannah's going to move back up to 2. Weaver is hurt. I mean, even with the injury, he's still better than Sexton, which is unfortunate. Sexton also wants to transfer, which, it's fair. Peters. Patterson, why would you threaten to transfer, dude? You're not going to play your first year as a JUCO. Take your 1 year of eligibility and like it, sir. Whatever. All right, official visit results 460 for everyone, 560 for the running back, who is not very good. Good Lord. Wow. This is not looking like the best recruiting class I've ever seen, let me tell you. We do drop to 11. Maryland moves up 13 places as they beat number 2 Ohio State 21-3. Hello, Maryland. South Carolina also undefeated. They're 5-0. So checking in on the Big 12 through 5 games. In the North Division, handful of 4-1 teams. Kansas State's 3-2, but they're undefeated in conference. In the South, us and TCU are 5-0. UCF, West Virginia, Houston 3-2. Texas Tech is just fundamentally not having a good time. Like if the Texas Tech job becomes open, I might just take it. But their prestige has dropped all the way to 3. It starts at a 5. Just kind of what terrifies me. And the fact that they haven't fired their head coach at all is insane. Like you're telling me in real life a head coach would survive a 1-11, then a 4-8, and then another 1-11? No. He's either gone after 2028 or after 2029. All right. But so far, through 3 starts, like Alex has done pretty well. I think if he continues on this trend, I might just keep him as the starter and have John Marsh redshirt. That might be my move. We'll see, though. We'll see. All right, so last game of, or do I face TCU this episode? Things are going well. I might face TCU. Let's see how BYU goes. BYU is 1-4. Their only win is against the MAC, Eastern Michigan. They have one of the worst offenses in the country. Defense doesn't look too shabby, especially against the pass. They're a top 25 team. All right. We're favored by 17 points on the road at Provo, home of the Mormons. So far in the sim, I've beaten BYU twice, scored over 30 both times. The AI, we won the toss and elected to receive. And a nice, easy 3rd down scramble. We like those. And there we go, 9-yard run. Caleb goes backwards, and Hill is sacked. We punt. Nothing doing there. There we go. Defense gets the stop. Thank you, lads. Elliot Paul gets me 9. Gunner, man. So help me. And 3 straight incompletions. I'm sensing a theme. Defense gets the stop. Well, similarly to the Tennessee game, score is 0-0 through the first quarter. Bubble screen on 2nd and 2. Let's do it. 6-yard scramble. Man, they sacked us twice in a row. Offensive line, 3 times in a row. Okay, very good punt return. And Lincoln Daly picks off Wilcox. We got the ball back. Very good. They did engage 8 when I did 4 verts, and all you can do is the tight end over the middle. You're killing me, Alex. Sacked again, man. Credit to BYU. And they're driving down the field. 4th and 3, they're going for it, and they get it. And they make the field goal. How did that time work at the end? I understand how only 12 seconds goes off from a 5-yard run to a 6-yard to a 7-yard run after that. And then back-to-back incompletions, obviously, but that seemed a little wonky. All right. Well, that was depressing just on a fundamental level on offense. 8 plays, 33 yards punt, 723 punt, 710 punt, 525 punt. And BYU starts with the ball. All right, they punt at midfield. Okay. Guys, please. I'm almost tempted to go for it, but a punt here, yeah, we burn them at the 5. Defense can't stop them, though. Okay, they stop him in midfield again. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious me. 3rd and 3, I'm going to run it. 4th and 1, I'm doing QB sneak. I don't even care. All right, we get it. We need to do something offensively because we're not getting anything here. Elliott Paul gets me across midfield. Okay. 3rd and 3, I'm going to run it. 4th and 1, QB sneak again. We get it. Incomplete, not great. It is now the 4th quarter, and Hill is sacked. Come on. Man, we had to punt at the end of that. All right, we get the ball back with pretty good field position at the 50. Hayden Hanna gets me 20 yards. Very good. 3rd and 5, we're going to pass. There we go. River Reed gets me to the 1. Gunnar Trotter runs it in for the touchdown. All right, we're up by 4. Defense gets a quick stop. Okay. I should have ran it on 1st down. There we go. Hannah converts anyway. We're okay. We are okay. Now my plan is very simple. I'm just going to run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball. Burn as much clock as humanly possible. All right, they're finally calling timeouts. We get the conversion, though. We get another 1st down. Gonna run it again. And Garrett Weaver runs it 15 yards for the touchdown. That's your ball game, folks. We win 14-3. What a tragic offense that was. Goodness gracious me. Goodness gracious me. We scored all 14 points in that 4th quarter. Man. Yeah, Alex Hill did not do great. 19-28, I mean, that's like, what, 68%? So not terrible. Tried it okay. Sammy is just getting stopped dead in his tracks. A lot. Target watch. Block had 2 targets, 1 catch. Escobar, 2 targets, 1 catch. You know, the vibes are feeling great. Not feeling great. I think we're going to face TCU and get through the bye week. We move up 3 places in the ranking. I assume that's because someone lost. Yeah, LSU lost and Washington lost. So they drop. We go up. Thank you for that. Very good. Maryland won, but dropped in the rankings despite beating ranked 21 Penn State. That seems a bit silly, but that's just me. I do want to do a quick check in. How's Tennessee done in their gauntlet? Not good. I think we broke them. We beat them, and then Georgia and Auburn just blew them out. I feel like we broke Tennessee there. That kind of hurts me emotionally. All right. Well, good news is after this TCU game, we have a bye week, so both Tahir and John Marshall will be back. We will have a QB decision to make, though, which that'll always be interesting. All right, but I think that is where I will end. I think we will have next episode. We'll face TCU to open. We have 4 out of 5 games after that are in the Big 12, so anything can happen. But right now, we're sitting good, ranked 8th in the country, tied for best record in the Big 12. However, there is a world where we lose to TCU, win out the rest of the way, and don't make the Big 12 championship game. And wouldn't that be the most depressing thing in the world that certainly hasn't happened before? All right, but yeah, I mean, that's about as good a start to the season as we can hope for. I think our offenses looked a little inconsistent. We do have a backup QB and had, multiple injured wide receivers and an injured running back, so that is what it is. But against TCU, we're going to need our A game. Here's hoping we get it. But that is it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully have a couple other streams later this week that will finish out this season and maybe, just maybe, finally get a head coaching job after 4 years as Baylor's offensive coordinator. See you next time.